music gonna turn it up, roll the windows till the falling up. I wanna ride all night with my baby. Doesn't matter when we get it up, all we need is just the two of us. I wanna ride all night with my baby.
Hey guys, it's Brooke. So today I'm going to be sharing with y'all how to improve your jumps for cheer. And I'm not like the most phenomenal jumper or anything like that, but these tips really did help me a lot. I'll insert pictures, but like my jumps used to look like this and now they look like this. So yeah, these tips helped me a whole lot and I hope they help you guys too. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Okay, the first tip is kind of obvious, but it's to keep your chest up in your jumps. That's something you probably hear coaches say all the time, but keeping your chest up can make a difference between if your jumps are below level to extended. So if you have trouble with this, just try to think of keeping your chin up and your shoulders back, and it will help your jumps a lot.
And you know that all you have to do is stay a minute.
This next tip is if you have trouble pointing your toes, and I definitely have trouble with that. But when you're doing your jump, whatever jump it is, just try to think of pointing your toes right as soon as they leave the ground. Because if you think of pointing your toes as soon as they leave the ground, they'll be pointed already when your jump's fully extended. But if you just think like, oh, I'll point them when I hit the jump, then there's a lot better chance that they'll be flexed. So yeah, it just helps me a lot.
When you're around, can't turn my eyes away.
The next tip, and this is for toe touches, and it's really like a stretch, but it's to sit in a straddle and try to get your chest all the way to the floor. If you have someone push on your back or sit on your back, this helps a lot. I have one of my flyers sit on my back when I'm in a straddle before every practice, and it just like stretches your hips so much.
Oh my, the clock is ticking, so stay.
The next tip is to practice your jumps with ankle weights on. It is a lot harder than it looks, and it's a lot harder than it sounds because depending on how heavy the ankle weights are, it's really hard to get your legs up there. So your jumps might look horrible with the ankle weights on, but once you take them off, your jumps will be a whole lot better.
Takes you miles high, so high, 'cause she's got the one tonight.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about like drills you can do to help your jumps. So the first one is to sit in a straddle and just do like leg lifts, and you can do these with ankle weights. You don't have to, but it definitely helps. So what I do is I sit in a straddle and then put my hands on the ground and lift each of my legs like a few times, and then I put my arms in a T and do the same thing just so it kind of feels like a toe touch. And this will just really train your hips to go up, and if you have ankle weights on, again, that will help a whole lot. Next drill is to do like toe touch kick, but basically you're just standing with your arms in a T and you kick both of your legs up. And it's honestly a really simple drill, but it definitely helps. And again, you can do this with ankle weights. You don't have to, but you can. And if you want to get your right or left hurdler like higher, just sitting in your splits honestly is like the most helpful thing to do. But anyways, back to toe touches. Once you get to a certain height in your toe touch, you want to try to get your hips to rotate so that your knees are facing back instead of up. And two good drills for this are, one is to do this on like a trampoline or just like a big mat that you might have at your gym. But it's basically just to do a toe touch and then land on your back. It's almost like you're marking a toe basket. This just really trains your hips to go back more.
You know it, so trashy, yeah, she's a classic.
And then the last drill, and this one has helped me the very most, you probably have to do it at like your gym or something like that, but it's to get like panel mats or block mats or something and stack them to where they're a little bit higher than where your hips are, and then do a toe touch onto it to where like when you end, you're sitting on the mat. So you should do your toe touch, and then when you land on your mat, your legs should be extended and you should just try to like hold that position. That drill helps a whole lot. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so those are all the tips I have for improving your jumps. I really hope this video helped you guys. I had a lot of fun making it, even though it was really hot outside. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it anyways, and I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye!